Good morning, good morning, good Monday morning. What is going on out there today? Hey guys, Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of 7 Around 7. Hope you're having a good start to the day and the week and some tennis on your agenda this week. Um, I got something for you today. I want to talk about the doubles return to serve when that server stays back, which is, depending on skill level, can happen more often than not. Depending on second serve, can happen more often than not. And I want to tell you kind of, what I do, and in terms of, well, what does the server really want me to do, and what does the server really not want me to do? And I think it applies. It really applies for everybody. Before we get into that, let's see a couple things today. Just a quick reminder: the offer for my new introductory price and bonus courses for this new course on your doubles return to serve. Two things we got to do is we got to get that active servers partner to stay put, right? And stop distracting us. And so the first part of the course is how do we do that? And then the second part of the course is more based on three keys for technique in terms of whatever you want to do. Once you get that service partner to settle down and stay put, now how do you go and confidently, whether you want to topspin, what do you want to underspin, slice, chip and charge, whatever you want to do, especially on that cross court return to serve where you're putting the ball back in front of your partner is really what is our goal to do as a doubles returner, right? Let's engage. Let's activate our doubles partner with our return. So look, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time zone tonight. The offer is poof off the table, goes bye. Big price introductory offer along with two bonus courses are on the table there for you. So the link for that is down below in the description area. Guys, what are we going to do now when we've got a server that stays back? And in fact, let me do this real quick. I'm going to share my notes with you this morning. Just made a couple of little notes here. I want to just kind of go through with you. And here we are. Okay, so let's talk about this. Why would a server want to stay back? And I would say it typically, when a server stays back, it typically happens on a second serve. Now, there are some servers that stay back on both first and second. All right. So why would they stay back? Well, probably because they do not want to be. First of all, they don't want to have to play their transitional shot, right? They're a little freaked out with having to play maybe a half volley or a first volley, or maybe even an approach shot, right? And so that could be part of it. The other part of it could be they don't trust themselves up at net, right? And a lot of players don't. So one of the reasons they stay back is that. The other reason the server might stay back is because you're returning so doggone well that you are eating them up on what they want to do, which is serve and volley, right? They want to come in, but for whatever reason on this day, or your partner on this day, or both of you guys or gals are just ripping returns at the feet and making life miserable for that server on their transitional shot. So they start to stay back. All right. So let me go here and go this. What does the server want you to do with their return to serve if they stay back? What they'd love for you to do is just go ahead and play a nice, relatively deep return to serve. Whether you stay back or whether you come in behind it, they don't care. Typically what they're going to do is they're going to do one of two things. Number one is they're probably going to play a ground stroke, because that's the most comfortable part of their game. Is number one is going to be a ground stroke back to you and play it tough at your feet as a transitional, for your transitional shot, trying to set up their partner. Or more likely, what do a lot? Well, they start the lob fest, right? And so really by you returning deep to them, And returning deep, I mean, you can get it within a foot of the baseline, but they're just going to back up, right? They're going to back up, buy some space, and be able to have some room to be able to play a groundie or to be able to play a lob. And so, look, what does the server not want you to do? They don't want you to play a shot that forces them to come up inside the court. Number one, that forces them to come up inside the baseline, but really forces them to have to come up to net. And that would really be more of, and I have to disguise this when I do it. Look, I mean, the first time I'll play it deep to see what they like to do. They're staying back, typically in a second serve. I'll go ahead and play my return back deep to them and just kind of probe and see what they like to do. If they want to play a ground stroke, I don't really mind because I feel like my transitional shot, whether it's a first volley, a half volley, or maybe I put the brakes on and play a little approach shot, I'm really confident with that part of my game, right? So that doesn't bother me. But if they go ahead and lob, then I know right then and there, all right, I'm not playing another one deep and let you start the lob fest. What am I going to do? I'm going to play a drop shot, return to serve. I'm going to bring them in, right? And that's really what they don't want. They don't want to have to be scrambling forward and digging something out of the dirt, playing it up to you or playing it up to your partner. So that's what I'm going to do in that situation. And I think the next one is, will the server's partner poach? Maybe they might, but typically what's happening is if they've got a partner who stays back, the server stays back. It's almost like the server wants that partner to stay there. The server wants to be able to play a ground stroke. They want to be able to play a lob. And so typically what happens is the server's partner doesn't poach. They might throw in a big fake poach, distracting visual landscape, dirtying up the landscape, fake poach. That's fine. And it might take you a time or two to kind of probe and see what happens. But by and large, they do not move. And look, if they do move, typically what happens is the server and the server's partner communicate on that. And the real giveaway is not when the server's partner is going to poach, but the real giveaway is if that server plays their serve, stays back, and then starts to cross over to cover the other side pretty early. And you can see that, right? You can see that. So another telltale sign, if a poach is on and the server is staying back, is don't be looking at the server's partner. Be checking out the server, right? Get a little, I mean, if you want to do a little before you have to make contact with that second serve, out of your peripheral, you can see if all of a sudden that server now starts to sprint to the other side. Well, then there's your clue that the poach is about to happen, right? So, and so once the server has to honor a possible drop shot return to serve, they're going to play closer in, right? They're not going to let you get away with it, and maybe even they might play a serve and volley. And if that's the case, it might take one time to see that that's what they're doing with their court position. They're sort of playing a hybrid serve and stay back, meaning that they're serving and maybe moving in a foot or so inside the baseline to be able to protect against that drop shot return to serve. All right, once I sense that, maybe I'm going to play a little bit deeper. Right? Maybe then is the opportunity to play that return deeper at their feet and force them to back up, right? So look, there's no exact science to this. There's no lockdown guaranteed formula that works. You have to probe. You have to continue to see what their instincts are. You have to continue to see what their comfort levels are with the types of returns that you're going to play, depending on where they set up after their serve and they stay back. So hope this has helped. Guys, I want to hear down below what's on your mind, right? In the comments area, let me know. You can always shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. And just, a quick reminder, again, tonight at 11:59 p.m. Pacific is when the offer, the great price introductory offer plus the 2 bonus courses ends. 11:59 p.m. tonight. The link for this course, which is to help, it's really a 2-part course how to show you, number one, to get that active server's partner to be inactive, to stay put, to put the old ball and chain on them, number one. And then number two, technique-wise, how do you really play that really nice cross-court return to serve in front of your partner? And there's three keys that we got to have technique-wise. Anyone can do this, but you got to minimize, or I should say, you should pare away the stuff that maybe inhibits these three keys. And I'm going to show you what that is, or what those are in the phase 2 part of this course. Down below in the description area is the link for details. And then if you choose to enroll, you can do that right there. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Tomorrow I want to talk about, I've had a few people recently talk about tennis and golfer's elbow. And I want to kind of dispel what I think are common myths out there, what players are being told to do. I've been fortunate, knock on wood, that I've not had another elbow problem for now. It's been decades. And yet I tried these three common things when actually it was a golfer's elbow, was on the inside part of my elbow, literally decades ago. And I tried these three things and they didn't work for me. And I asked other people, hey, have you tried this? And have you had success? Most people said, no, it didn't work. And so tomorrow I want to kind of go through what those three things are. And so if you're suffering with any kind of elbow problem, whether it's tennis elbow on the outside or golfer's elbow on the inside part of your elbow, or maybe you're looking for a way to sort of prevent another elbow injury, then make sure that you, make sure you tune in tomorrow to 7 around 7. I'm going to go through that with you. This Friday, which is going to be the 6th? Yeah, the 6th of August. We got the unfiltered, unmasked Jeff Jackledge, who is got another little burr in his bonnet, that he wants to unload on us. So be looking for Jeff this coming Friday at 7 around 7 session. Guys, that's it for me today. Again, anything on your mind with today's topic, anything else on your game that you want some help with, 2 ways to get in touch with me. Number 1 is down below in the comments area. You can do it there, or you can shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. And today I'm getting out there, man. I'm going down to those 6 acres like I was yesterday. If you want to do some cross training for tennis, rather than getting in the gym and heavy lifting and all that kind of stuff, go out there for like 3 hours and just start hauling stuff around. I actually felled a couple of trees yesterday. That's always exciting, right? But mostly just kind of cleaned up some brush in there and hauled it into a big pile and that kind of stuff. And I was just pouring sweat, pouring. A little stiff last night. Anyway, all's good today. I'm looking forward to getting back out there today. We got some rain coming in this afternoon for a good day or so. We need it. But anyway, that's on my agenda. I do have some tennis this week. Looking forward to that. Guys, this time, all of us, we got to get out there. That's right. We got to help someone else have a spectacular day. Guys, I'll see you again tomorrow.